4 and 2. Let's go! Got the third win in a row. What a way to kick off a Tuesday night. Tuesday night. We'll take it all day. So we're going to talk about the Bolts win, third win in a row tonight. We're also going to talk about Charles Edward D'Astus. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Got a lot talking about him tonight. Jack Finley as well, because, I don't sorry. We're actually talking about Jacob Pelletier. That is the wrong thing. My bad. My bad, y'all. Jack Finley will be tomorrow. But, yeah. Jacob Pelletier, we're going to talk about him today. And then also Ryan O'Reilly as well. In the what if section, because he intrigues me. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to talk about the recap first. 5-2. 5-2, right? It was 3-1 entering the third period. Or 2-1 entering the third period. Then just a ton of goals. But hey, we'll take it. 5-2. 5-2 win. And the Bolts lines look like this tonight. First line was Gutzel, Point, and Cooch. Second line was Hagel, Sorelli, Douglas. Third line was Bjorky, James, and Goncalves. Line 4 was Jorgensen, Gordon, Holmberg. And then defensive pairings, we had Hedman, Moser, McDonough, Chernak, D'Astus, Lilleberg, Vassie, and Nat. A couple of notables. Goncalves only played 9 minutes and 26 seconds. So I'll have to dive in. I'm not sure what the reasoning for that was, but I'll take a look at that. And then Curtis Douglas only played 4:31. It looks like they did double shifts again for a lot of the stars. So he's mostly there to make sure no one messes with us. And that, you know what? That's okay. A lot of goals tonight. 5, obviously. Brandon Hagel had his second of the night. Second of the season, sorry. Nikita Kucherov scored in his fourth on an empty netter. And then Zemgus Jorgensen's opened the scoring his first, and then he scored his second to end the scoring at the end of the third period. And then Charles Edward D'Astus, he had his first NHL goal in the third period, which is awesome. So he had a great night. We're going to talk about him a little bit here, and then later on in the episode as well, too. Well, next anyways. It's going to be a D'Astus heavy episode. We're just really proud of the guy. And it's just great. Sorelli, he actually notched his 300th point of his career on the assist for Hagel's second period goal, his third of the season. He also assisted on Kuch's empty netter in the third, so he's had 2 assists tonight. Holmberg also had 2, his third and fourth. Chernak had his second. Yanni Gourde actually finally had his first, which is wild. It's taking him this long to get his first assist. Brandon Hagel had his 5th, and then Kuch and Point each had their 6th assist. So, assists all around along with the goals. Vassie, another solid night. He stopped 18 and 20 shots for a 900 save percentage. Second one of the season for the number 1 goalie. So, we'll take that all day. And then, Dominic James, he continued to impress following his recent call-up, right? He had the team high with 4 shots, and then he had a +1 ± in 12 minutes and 36 seconds of time on ice, sorry. The Preds did pull sorrow, so they were down 3-1 with just over 4 minutes to go, but then Forsberg hit a wrist shot to make it 3-2, so they put him back in a couple minutes later. But yeah, D'Astus, 17 minutes on the ice, had a +3, so he led the team with that. Sorelli, Gourde, Hagel, Holmberg, and Kuch all had +2 as well. So this is exactly the kind of hockey we want to see. These are the games we need to win, right? We need to beat these teams that are lower in the standings than us, that aren't as talented as us, because that's how we're going to get back to where we need to be. But I will definitely take a third straight win in a row, and that's great. So let's take a little deeper look into tonight's hero, Charles Edward D'Astus, or as some people call him, they either call him Chucky or Charlie, so I'll probably call him one of the others. But before he got called up in 4 games at the crunch, he notched 3 points, a goal and 2 assists with a +3 ±, so not too bad. He talked with the Lightning's Benjamin Pierce about about his call up and his story. He said this to me. He said this to Ben Pierce about a conversation he had with Breboy. He said, when Julian sent me down, he was like, we're really happy about the way you played here, and just go down there and work hard and try to be the first call up. And that's what I did right away when I got down to Syracuse. I think I've been working really hard down there, and I got rewarded now. So, obviously got rewarded, and he had a great game tonight. Definitely deserves probably the top star of the night. And then, Coop talked about him as well. Coop talked about the look he gives them, and, he said he came to our team, made an impression in camp. We needed a body up here, and he gave us reasons to bring him back here. Now, other defensemen down there are giving us the same reason. Somebody has to come, and this is one kid who we really haven't seen, so you get to know him a little bit better and see what he can do. Right? This is the same article where Pierce profiled Deastu. So, 27 years old, played in 27 career AHL games, actually, between Syracuse, Grand Rapids, which is the Red Wings AHL spot, and Colorado, which is obviously the Avalanche's AHL team. Before coming to Tampa, Chucky, he played in the QMJHL, the ECHL, and overseas in Finland and Sweden. So for the first time since 2022, he's playing stateside in an NHL organization with the Bolts, which is an awesome thing to see. He did talk about, he made his debut with the Bolts, against the Ducks on Saturday, played in Sunday's win against the Golden Knights as well. So before tonight, he hadn't scored a point yet, and he had a -2 plus-minus in 12 minutes and 46 seconds of average time on ice. Well, tonight he played 17 minutes, had a +3, scored a goal. So I'd say that's a pretty good way to introduce yourself to fans of your new organization. He also said this, which I really, really liked in the same interview. He said, I think I'm really good offensively, but if you just look at my numbers, but I think if you just look at my numbers, I can bring more. Like, I'm good in my zone, too. I can play big minutes, play on the PK. I can be physical. I think I can do a lot. So I'm just trying to be here and be solid everywhere on the ice. So when I get an opportunity to prove myself, I'll do it. And that's exactly what you want to hear. And tonight, Chuck proved himself. All right? Charlie, Chucky, Deastu, Charles, whatever you want to call him. He proved himself big time. And that's what we really needed, right? We've been looking for more, let's just say, capable help on the third pairing. He played more than Emil Lilleberg, who only played, like, what was it? He played, like 12 minutes or something. So, like, hopefully we can find a way to get him out of there. So it's Deastu and Crozier. So if this kid continues to play as well as he's done so far, I think we're going to be okay. But yeah, sorry, we're not talking about Jack Finley today. We're talking about him tomorrow. So that's a nice little preview for you all. We're actually going to talk. We're going to talk about why he needs more ice time. We're going to talk about Jacob Pelletier first, though. So, summer free agent pickup. He's tearing it up in Syracuse. He's doing great up there. Signed a 3-year deal with us in the summer. We're $775K, right? Former first-round pick. Through 6 games, he leads the crunch with 7 points. So he's got 3 goals and 4 assists. That being said, after how well the third and fourth line played tonight, might not need a boost right now. But, if someone does struggle, Jack Finley's not getting any time. Curtis Douglas is barely getting any time. Dominic James, though, is starting to impress more and more. So, would it be wise to kind of send Finley or Douglas down and bring Pelletier up to play? Because Finley's not even playing. Douglas is barely playing. But if they brought Pelletier up, maybe someone can actually play more than 4 or 5 minutes. And I know that Douglas provides a physical threat for a lot of teams. He's a big dude, 6'8", but we need people that can also take some load off our starters. And, especially our top guys like Cooch, like Cirelli, like Hagel. Now they're starting to heat up and slowly roll back into form. They need to be healthy. So, he's got a +2 plus-minus and 20 shots on goal already. He had a really strong preseason before the last cut. So, there's still time for him to get up there and play with us. There's time for him to make a move and come up. But, I don't know if we need him right now. I would like to have him up here. If he's going to play more than Douglas or like Finley, then that'd be great. But, we'll see. And we're going to talk more Jack Finley tomorrow because that is just what's happening to him is criminal. I'm really annoyed about it. So, but let's finish off with the what if. We're going to talk a little bit more about Ryan O'Reilly, actually. So Ryan O'Reilly, second round pick in 2009 by the Avalanche. He's playing for his 5th team in the NHL right now in Nashville. So after 6 seasons with Colorado, he spent 3 with Buffalo, 4.5 with the Blues, and half a season in Toronto before moving to Nashville. He spent the last 2 there, and now he's in season 3. In his 3rd season with the Predators, right now he's played in 10 games. Well, 11 tonight. It's all to add that in. But in an average little over 19 minutes on ice, he scored 9 points, 5 goals and 4 assists with a -1 plus-minus. Didn't score tonight, but you know what? He's been out there chirping away. He's taken a lot of time, and he's really proved to be a good number 1 center for them. Even at 34 years old, he's definitely still one of the NHL's best centers, I think. He does lead the line along with Philip Forsberg, but he's also got the young gun on his left in Matthew Wood. So, if the Preds continue to go downwards and now they're 4-5-1, would they consider trading him at the trade deadline if they continue to struggle? It's possible. I don't know if Barry Trotz is the kind of guy that will throw in the towel so easily, but, Ryan O'Reilly on this team would be really nice. I also would like Steven Stamkos back, but, more offensive unit would be great. At $4.5 million a year, O'Reilly's deal is a pretty good bargain for the offensive output he produces. So he'd easily, I think, be a second-line guy. He'd play with Cagle and Goncalves, or lately Hagel and Douglas, but, he was just bringing a nice veteran presence. But now, how else Sorelli's playing? Would he be a third-line guy? That's the question. So, there's still a lot of avenues to improve this team. Offensively is definitely one way we can go about it. So, tomorrow, pretty busy one. We're going to preview Stars Bolts. We're going to talk about Jack Finley some more. I'm sorry about that, y'all. That's my bad on that. Also, a couple more things of What If, and another Bolts player's been up and down this year, too. So, this is Jordan Llanes signing off. 3 in a row. Let's make it 4 against the Stars. Can't wait to talk about it. See y'all then.